So we just got the WeCreat 45-watt Vision laser engraver and cutter. It's got a beautiful HD camera. Wait till you see how accurate this is. So the first thing you want to do is set it up. You get it out of the box. You're ready to go. We're going to try a couple of projects. So you just connect it via USB the first time. And once you do that, you'll be able to connect it via Wi-Fi. It's very simple. Follow the instructions. They're very clear. And you'll be ready to go. So you may want to calibrate the camera. Sometimes they work great out of the box. Try it, see if it's lined up for you, but we just wanted to make sure to do that. So we took 4 pieces of wood. Instead of using one giant piece of wood like some other laser engravers recommend, just use 4 and throw them in the corners just like it shows you here. And they are included with the package. So you're going to start your calibration. What this is going to do, this is going to draw a calibration pattern with the laser, and then it's going to focus on it with the camera, so you'll make sure that your camera is lined up perfectly with the software. So you can position things perfectly. You don't have to worry about framing and moving things around like you do with some other laser engravers and cutters. It's almost always perfect. And we'll try a couple of tests in this video to show you how perfect it is. So it goes through, we sped a lot of things up here. I don't want to make you sit through a bunch of stuff. So we're going to do a basswood material test. We got our camera calibrated and want to see just how accurate this is. And although it's 45 watts, with their new beam focus technology, they're able to achieve power equivalent to a 60 watt. I mean, now we're approaching CO2 laser power, but in a diode and the convenience of something you can run right in your own craft room. It's really nice. So we've got a sample here, and we're going to run a little matrix here just to see what it is. And it tells you exactly how to do this. We're just going to use a piece of wood, and you should do this on just about every material you'll use, even acrylic, wood, metal if you use the infrared lens, which is also an option for this thing. It's pretty cool. You can swap this out, and we'll show you how to do that in another video. That is very cool. So again, we've sped this up here. It doesn't really go that fast. And we'll show you, this will show you how much power and how much speed you will need to achieve the results that you want on any material. We're trying this with basswood. Now we stopped it when it got to speed 10, power 55. It was just blowing holes through this thing. It's that powerful. It's crazy. So this will give you a good idea of what you want to do in terms of your engraving, how dark you want it to be or how light you want it to be. So the next thing we did is we wanted to try this thing. Yes, it will cut vinyl. So if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette, or if you come from that environment, you can probably, with the right vinyl, you have to get laser safe vinyl, which doesn't have any chloride in it. This will actually cut vinyl. We were just amazed. I'm like, this can cut vinyl? Why would I need a separate vinyl cutting machine if I could do this with my laser? I can get rid of extra machines and save some space in my craft room. So they included a couple of sheets with our machine. And this is a real nice kind of rainbow glitter. And we sped this up a little bit too. And look at that, a laser cutting. I never thought this was possible. You can cut heat transfer vinyl with a laser. And this blew my mind. But how accurate is it? So Felicia took it out, she cut it down, she weeded it as normal. And then we're going to put this on a t-shirt, see what it looks like. And she was impressed. She never knew this was possible. She's like, what? This is just as good as my Cricut. As a matter of fact, we're guessing this actually may be a little more accurate because that beam size may be even smaller than a blade, than the tip of a Cricut blade. So we're going to try that out. We will show those tests in future videos. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe on this channel. So weeding as normal, there it is. And here's what it looked like on the t-shirt. Look at that, unbelievable. Okay, I lost the eye, that was my fault. I don't know what I did with that, but look at the accuracy of that. It was unbelievable you could do that. Next up, a Slate Coaster. Yes, you could engrave slate. What a really cool gift to personalize a Slate Coaster for somebody. And you can put anything you want on these things, and that's the power of these creative machines. The stuff you can't buy in stores, if you have like an inside joke or a nickname and you just can't find that in a store or anything close to it. Absolutely one of my favorite features of the WeCreat Vision 45-watt, the automatic riser. No more clunky riser bases that fall apart when you try to move the machine. Unbelievable. Look at this. You can select the engraving that you want. And it just fires those lasers there. You saw there was a matrix. It actually is built into the software and says, this is what it's going to look like. If you're going to engrave on slate, here's your results. And it will automatically set the power and the speed. And there it is. Look how good that looks. And that's permanent. That's not going anywhere. Now, this was the big project here. We wanted to make a sign that's bigger than the platter. Now, the platter is very generous. It's a 19.7 by 12.5 inch workspace, which is very, very generous for a diode laser. But we wanted to see if we could make something even bigger than that. So we figured out how to split the circle in half and then put it back together on the back end. And you'll see in a moment how very, very cool this is. This is amazing. We were able to do this with this machine. And you can also get the extension too, and you could roll, I think, projects up to about 137 inches long, which is 10 feet. It's crazy, more than 10 feet. So we cut the first part of the circle, and it's kind of like a puzzle. It interlocks and enables you to put two pieces of it together. And we'll cut the other pieces because they're small enough to fit in there, the decoration we've chosen for this thing, and we'll put it all together and assemble it at the end. So here is one half of the circle. So yes, you can do projects that are large. You just have to be a little creative, a little clever about how you lay it out. So here's half of it, and look at that. Look at the thick. This is a 1/4 inch thick, and it's sliced through this in one pass. We have never been able to do 1/4 inch wood in one pass on any diode, but the 45 watt WeCreat Vision is allowing us to do that. So we've got 1/8 inch basswood now, power 100 speed 10, taking our letters out for our decor here, and this is very cool. The possibilities with the WeCreat Vision 45 watt laser engraver are endless, unbelievable. We love this thing and highly recommend it. Check out our other videos on this channel and we'll show you more, including the rotary and the infrared module.